Earth reels from the scars of Darkseid's invasion. Though the League repelled his first strike, Victor's sacrifice still weighs heavy. Governments mistrust the League more than ever, fearing they provoke war. Batman rebuilds the team in secret, preparing for Darkseid's inevitable return. Superman feels weakened, his connection to the anti-life not fully broken. The shadow of doom hangs over every hero. Barry Allen begins experiencing uncontrollable jumps through timelines. Each glimpse shows Earth falling to Darkseid in different ways. In one, Superman kneels as Lois lies dead. In another, Batman leads a desperate resistance in ruins. Barry realizes the multiverse itself is collapsing. The Speed Force is screaming of final crisis. On Themyscira, Diana receives a vision from the gods. The prophecy reveals that Earth will become the final battlefield of gods and mortals. The Amazons prepare to fight to the last warrior. Hippolyta warns Diana, victory demands sacrifice. Diana questions if she's ready to lose her family again, but she steels herself as Earth's protector. Arthur returns to Atlantis to discover an even deeper danger. Darkseid's forces poison parts of the ocean during the last war. Monsters rise from the deep, mutating uncontrollably. Atlanteans demand Arthur abandon the surface world, but Arthur insists both realms are now bound by destiny. He prepares to lead Atlantis into the ultimate war. Meanwhile, Lex Luthor resurfaces, wielding alien tech stolen from Apocalypse. He has gathered remnants of the Injustice League, but instead of fighting Darkseid, Lex proposes an uneasy alliance with the Justice League. Bruce doesn't trust him, but admits they need his knowledge. Lex's motives remain hidden. The enemy of my enemy may still be my enemy. Darkseid prepares for his final descent. On Apocalypse, he fuses with the full anti-life equation. The cosmos trembles as stars dim under his will. Granny Goodness trains legions of Furies. DCEU twists worlds into weapons. Darkseid declares Earth the keystone of multiversal conquest. This war will decide the fate of every reality. The League gathers in the Batcave for one last council. Superman admits he feels the equation still inside him. Bruce plans a contingency. If Clark falls, they must stop him at any cost. Diana protests, but Superman himself agrees. Lois listens in silence, knowing what it may mean. The weight of destiny crushes them all. Barry reveals his visions to the team. He insists Lois is the key to preventing the dark future. Batman orders her guarded at all times. But Clark resents being treated like a potential threat. The team's unity begins to fracture. Darkseid's shadow grows stronger as their bonds weaken. The first strike comes from space. A boom tube opens, unleashing entire armadas of parademons. Satellites fall, cities burn, and chaos spreads. The League fights across the globe, joined by Amazons and Atlanteans. But even united, Earth is overwhelmed. Darkseid has not yet even stepped onto Earth. During battle, Batman faces Deathstroke in Gotham. The assassin has sworn vengeance, believing Bruce doomed the world. Their duel rages across rooftops as the city burns. Though Bruce defeats him, he suffers grave wounds. Selina Kyle saves him once again, refusing to leave his side. Bruce knows this may be his last fight. Cyborg's presence returns as a ghost-like echo within the mother boxes. He reaches out to the League through digital fragments. Victor warns them. Darkseid is using Lois as leverage. If she dies, Superman will fall to anti-life completely. Barry realizes his visions were warnings, not fate. The timeline can still be changed. The League decides to strike Apocalypse itself. Barry opens a dangerous Speed Force bridge. The team, Superman, Batman, Diana, Arthur, Flash, and even Lex steps through. They emerge in a nightmare world of fire and steel. Every sky screams with the sound of war. They march toward Darkseid's throne. Inside the fortress, they face the female Furies. Diana duels their leader in a clash of gods. Arthur summons tidal waves of molten rock. Barry scatters parademons in blinding speed. Bruce and Lex disable Apocalyptian defenses with stolen tech. The League fights with everything they have left. At last, Darkseid himself descends. His presence warps reality. Even gods tremble. Superman charges, but Darkseid overwhelms him. The anti-life surges through Clark's veins. For a moment, he kneels. The Knightmare vision begins to come true. Lois appears, pulled into Apocalypse through a boom tube. She pleads with Clark, reaching past the anti-life. Darkseid mocks her, vowing her death will break Superman forever. Clark roars in defiance, fighting for control. The League shields Lois from Darkseid's assault. Love becomes the last weapon against corruption. Batman enacts his contingency plan. He uses kryptonite tech fused with Apocalyptian energy. But instead of killing Clark, he channels the anti-life into himself. Darkseid is shocked as Bruce becomes a vessel of resistance. His humanity shields Superman from the equation. Bruce pays the ultimate price. Superman, freed, rises in full strength. He ignites with solar energy, embodying hope itself. The League rallies, striking Darkseid together. Diana drives her blade into his chest. Arthur pierces him with the trident of Poseidon. Clark unleashes his full power, shattering Darkseid's body. But Darkseid refuses to fall alone. He triggers Apocalypse to collapse into a singularity. Barry pushes his limits, running through the Speed Force to create an escape. The League races through collapsing fire and stone. Bruce, however, remains behind, trapped in the core. His sacrifice seals their survival. The League returns to Earth battered but victorious. Lois weeps for Bruce, knowing his sacrifice saved Clark. Arthur and Diana swear to honor his memory in their kingdoms. Barry mourns, yet feels hope that timelines can be healed. Lex slips away quietly, plotting his next move. The age of Darkseid is over, at a cost. At Bruce's funeral, heroes and allies gather. Selina leaves a single rose on his grave. Clark tells Lois Bruce was the bravest man he ever knew. Diana says legends never die, they inspire. Barry looks to the horizon, feeling echoes of Bruce's voice. Final shot, the League united, standing watch over Earth.